first episode of Mind Muscle Momentum. I'm your host, Maddie Davis, and I'm super excited to be here today with all of you guys. This podcast has been a long time coming and something that I've been super excited to share, and I'm glad that I'm finally doing it. So let's go ahead and get into it. First, I kind of want to rewind and explain why exactly this podcast even exists. For me, health and fitness have been life-changing, not just physically, but also mentally. I'm talking about the small daily wins, the mindset shifts, and the habits that help me build confidence and learn resilience. I've had highs and I've had lows, including some major setbacks, like how I'm currently recovering from a major ACL and LCL tear. But even in the middle of recovery, I realized that I wanted to create something that could help others to feel empowered in their own journeys. As a collegiate athlete, someone that has a few years of lifting under their belt, and someone that's worked a little while in the supplement industry, I bring a very unique perspective to the table. And honestly, there's so much information out there these days that it can be kind of overwhelming. Diets, workout routines, supplements, mindset tricks, there's so much that it's hard to know even where to start. I wanted to create a space that cuts through the noise, gets straight to the point, and keeps it real. Mind Muscle Momentum is all about creating growth, mentally and physically. We're going to talk fitness, nutrition, mental health, building routines, bouncing back from setbacks, self-discipline, confidence, all the things that are going to help you evolve into your best self. Some episodes are going to be solo, just like this one, just me, you, talking like a normal conversation. Others are going to feature guests, trainers, coaches, friends, or just anyone who's built something inspiring. It's going to be real, raw, and hopefully a lot of fun. This podcast isn't just for gym rats or fitness influencers. It's for anyone that's trying to show up for themselves, to move better, feel better, and to build something sustainable. So what makes this space different from all the others? I'm not here to sell you some magic formula or tell you gotta do these steps in order to have the perfect life, or even pretending like I have it all figured out. I'm here to share what has worked, what hasn't, and how to find what exactly works for you. We're not doing comparison, we're doing personal growth. We're building momentum day by day. And there's no gatekeeping here. We're keeping it honest, helpful, and relatable. Whether you're starting from square one or you're pretty far into your journey, there's something here for everyone. So moving back to something that I had mentioned kind of towards the beginning of the episode was unfortunately some of the setbacks. And that has been a toughest part of my journey, but also one of the most important, my injuries. Over the years, I've experienced more than my fair share of them, and each one has taught me something about resilience, growth, and the importance of mental toughness. So starting out, we'll start with the year 2018, where I had my very first kind of severe injury, where I broke my collarbone and ended up having to have a plate and 6 screws put in. This was the very first time that I had been sidelined from my sport and at a very young age, and I didn't quite know how to deal with all of the emotions and handling no longer kind of knowing what to do day by day, especially because I went from normal kid to unable to do anything in a sling post-surgery. Then, unfortunately, that wasn't the only challenge in the years to come. In 2019, following that, I had a whole new set of injuries. I busted a bursa sac in my knee, managed to take a hit to the head that resulted in me losing my vision for a little while because of some bleeding behind my eye, and then managed to hit my head again sophomore year, and I actually busted it straight open this time and ended up having to go to the ER to get it sewn up. Had it stapled twice before the doctor realized the staples were not holding, so we ended up suturing it. And this injury was actually a interesting one because I figured out just how vascular the head is and how much it bleeds if it gets cut. Then my junior year, following COVID in 2021, I broke my foot in 2 different places and was put in a boot and crutches. This was the first time I ever had to use crutches, and I do not wish that upon anyone, as it is a pretty miserable way to move and get around. And this one definitely taught me the matter of patience that comes with healing your body and knowing that your body is on the timeline that it's on and you can't do anything to force or rush that. And that was something that I definitely did not understand well before that injury. By 2022, my senior year, I thought I was kind of getting a hold of all the injuries and everything, but then I managed to bust my head open for the second time going up for a header. I had split it open right underneath my eyebrow and ended up having to get that sewn shut. But for this injury, I actually went straight back out on the field right after getting it cut open. I had a trainer tape it shut to where I had enough of the injury covered to go back into the game and finished playing. And this actually ended up helping my team get to nationals for the first time ever. And we won, and it was a huge win, but at the price of a nice black eye for the next few days of that tournament. Then I came into collegiate soccer, where I managed to have a ton of muscle pulls by my freshman year, doing both hamstrings and my quad. And this was the part where I tried to just absolutely rush my injuries, force them to heal as fast as I wanted them to, and I really learned the hard way. You cannot force your body to heal at the rate that you want it to heal at. And then came the year 2024, just last year, where I tore my ACL and LCL playing in a summer league game. Unfortunately, it was sort of a freak accident. I wasn't even playing my main position. I'd gone to play as an outside back and had a girl kick my knee. It hyperextended backwards, and I had ACL tear, LCL tear, and a femoral condyle fracture. Quite a few other little things that were done, and it was a very, very painful injury. Not just the physical pain, but also kind of the emotional toll that it took on me very quickly after having the injury. I had realized the minute that I came off the field that something was very wrong with my knee, and that I most likely would not be seeing the next season. To be somewhere where your peak performance and then to go down like that, it's definitely been a mental game. But I'm still rehabbing it, and there's been great moments, not so great moments, and moments that have just humbled me beyond belief. So all of those injuries, combined with many other life experiences that I've had, have led me here today talking to you guys and starting this podcast. Because at the end of the day, it's all about building momentum, about making small, intentional choices that are going to stack up over time, about taking control of your health, your mindset, and your life. Whether you're an athlete, a student grinding it out, or just someone that knows that they're capable of more, you belong here. Next week, we're going to dive into the foundation of health and fitness and why it matters, how to figure out what works for you as an individual, and just generally kind of breaking everything down in an easier way to understand. So don't miss it. I'd love to see you here next week. Thank you so much for pressing play and being here. It means a lot. If you're liking the direction that this podcast is going, go ahead and follow, leave a review, and even share this with a friend who might need just a little extra push. If you're ready to lock in and start leveling up, go ahead and hit that follow button. New episodes are going to drop every Friday.